Cartoon Network is the magical spot. It's a spot of art. Everyone knows that Cartoon Network has some of the most original, creative TV programming that the world has seen. After the announcement of all the reboots, the movies, and all the stuff that's coming out from like my favorite Cartoon Network shows, I thought it would be fun to just reminisce and have some good times and talk about Cartoon Network when it was...
He's here.
Oh, snap! The cops! Let's go, guys! I just want to come on here and talk about the memorability of my time while I was watching Cartoon Network when I was a small person. But now the cops are after us, so we're gonna have to make this fast, and we're gonna have to speed up. So let's go! Now, since the cops are coming after us, we're gonna have to make this fast. And I mean fast. Now, there's 5 main generations of Cartoon Network that people usually talk about when they talk about the history of Cartoon Network. But since the cops are after me, I'm gonna only have to focus on my generation and onwards, which is Generation 3 to Generation 5. Guys, we gotta hurry up. And I'm sorry I can't focus on your generation if you're somehow an old person watching this. If you're pushing Unk status and beyond, then I'm sorry I can't cover your generation, bruh. I can't cover Generation 1 and 2. I can only do mine because the cops ruin all the fun. Now, if you somehow can't see what generation I'm talking about the Renaissance era. That generation is the one with all the big slammers of Cartoon Network. We have classics like Cartoon Network. What? We have classics like Regular Show, Adventure Time, and Gumball. The big 3. And no, I'm not talking about Kendrick, J. Cole, and Drake. No, it's only Big Me, Kendrick Lamar. Like, how in the world did anyone think that Drake was gonna win? It doesn't even make any sense. He barely raps. J. Cole was the only person that had a chance of taking him down. And we both know that if we walk around with the stick, it ain't Andre 3K. But the big 3 are also the shows that are the ones that are getting the reboots. Like now, Adventure Time is getting a movie. They're also getting another season of Fiona and Cake, I'm pretty sure. They're also getting like a game, and then they're getting something else. They're getting a lot of stuff. Gumball is being remade into getting another reboot, a last season, I'm pretty sure. And also Regular Show is also getting a movie, I think. I'm sorry if I can't get this right. There's a lot on my plate. I'm running from the cops right now, and I'm trying to do this. This has already taken me a freaking 2 hours of my life, bro. I woke up at 9 a.m. It's freaking 1 o'clock. One of the reasons why I wanted to make this video as well is to talk about the people that always talk about, oh, this generation of Cartoon Network is trash. It's not nearly as good as what it used to be. I mean, look at all the classics we had before. This is my childhood. And now these darn freaking kids in the new generation are trash now, and they will never know what real cartoons are, because I did when I was eating cereals and my mom was cleaning my butt when I was a kid, and that was about 40 years ago because I'm an uncle. What I think sucks about the big 3 is also the fact that there are also so many other great Cartoon Network shows that came in this generation. I mean, freaking look at Clarence, look at Steven Universe. Both of these shows are incredible. What else was there? We Bare Bears! Over the Garden Wall! Classics! Literally defining generations. We don't talk about Uncle Grandpa though. That's the only show that missed on it. In the generation, there's a picture of like 4 people, and I don't know what the heck show that is, so I can't talk on that. But out of the ones that I see on here that I know of, the only one that failed is freaking Uncle Grandpa. I'm sorry. The quality just isn't there. It's original, I will say, but it just doesn't hold up, alright? They're using PNGs of freaking internet humor in 2006. Alright, 2010. Like, it doesn't hold up anymore. If a freaking kid from 2050 saw that cartoon, they'll be like, what is happening? This looks like it's like basically gonna be black and white for them. And I'm sick and tired of all the hate that Clarence gets. Clarence is an amazing show. It's freaking spectacular. It deserves an Academy Award. It deserves all the admiration in the world. I mean, just listen to this end song, bruh. People think that Clarence is just like a show like Uncle Grandpa where all the characters look ugly and they don't understand what they're doing in life and they just make stupid jokes.
What's the deal with this couch? Is it made for giants or something? I need a ladder every time I want to watch TV.
No, Clarence was a slice of life cartoon that delved into his freaking mind. That is art. Art is not freaking AI generated freaking games. Art is not the Drake songs. That's not art, bro. That's artificial. And I'm sorry. You can combat me in the comments, but it's true. All in all, I'm very proud to say that I grew up mainly on Gen 3. And it also inspired me to go into animation because, like, yo, I could make something as cool as freaking Adventure Time. I can make something cool as Clarence. Yes, I can, little boy. Go follow your dreams. Hey, it didn't work out that way, but I'm still standing, baby. So by the time that Gen 4 came along, I was still viewing, even though I was probably past the right age to be viewing, but it was still fine, because it had classic shows like OKKO, which is probably one of the greatest shows that Cartoon Network has ever made. And I think that's facts. OKKO, Let's Be Heroes, is a generational show that changed the game, and it sucks that it was taken down because of a certain president getting elected. We're not going to talk about, though. You can look that up on yourself. But from the powers that be, from the creator himself, he has said that that was the case. But that's neither here nor there. OKKO, no matter what anyone says, is always going to be probably my favorite Cartoon Network show, just because of how personal it was to Ian Jones Quarty. Listen, this man is an incredible talent. He worked on shows like Adventure Time. He worked on shows like Steven Universe. Like, this man had his hand in all of history. And he made OKKO and also voiced Radicles. Come on, man. You can only take so many W's in life. And I think that man took all of his W's and is still adding more. What? There are also other classics such as Apple and Onion and Craig of the Creek. Now, Apple and Onion can be debated as a classic. I don't like passing the name classic around as often. The thing about Apple and Onion is it's been done so many times that I can't say it's been a classic yet. I mean, we'll have to just wait and see with time. But as of now, I think it's a good Cartoon Network show. And I'm sick of people on Twitter saying that it's not. Like, you haven't even seen the show, bro. Don't pretend like you haven't seen the show. Are they still chasing me? Okay, I think we could calm down. Let me get a towel to wipe off. Whoever said running from the cops is easy was wrong. I remember when Apple and Onion was first announced, the pilot was uploaded onto the Cartoon Network channel, and me and my friends at the lunchroom just watching this show. I don't even remember why, but we watched the pilot episode, and when they got up and they started singing the first song for the first time, which is a staple on the Apple and Onion show, because every single episode they sing a new song.
Would you like a mint?
Would you even possibly like to mint?
If it's good or not, that's debatable, but they do make a song. But we watched the first song ever made for Apple and Onion, and we cried laughing. It was that good.
Wake up time,
5:49.
feeling fine, cause it's wake up time.
I'm sorry, green screen. I mean, the natural world behind me. Apple and Onion, I think, holds a lot of spots in my head nostalgically. The people that say that Apple and Onion is trash, they're just lying to you. They have not seen the show. They're just sad. They're just upset that they're not a child anymore and that they have to pay their bills and they have to go to work and they can't eat sugary cereal as their mom pats them down as they burp. And I think that's just facts. Oh my gosh, they're back. Let's go. Sorry, my mic fell off as I was running, so you might not have heard me. But if you didn't, then that's not my fault. Craig of the Creek is another incredible show. And most people don't know this, but Craig of the Creek literally takes place in the Washington, D.C., Baltimore area, which is my homeland, bruh. Stand up, Baltimore, and I'll rep it till I die. I don't care if there's rats everywhere. It's still a great place to live. Calm down, please. Me and you could go to Sky Zone and play like dodgeball or something. Or we can go to have a picnic or something. I don't know. Whatever you want to do, baby girl. The world is yours. Craig of the Creek reminds me of Clarence in a lot of ways. But I think Clarence still wins for the slice of life show. Because Craig of the Creek is a phenomenal show. But Clarence just has such essence of a child. But without even trying. Craig of the Creek is like doing all this crazy stuff, while Clarence is just sitting over here literally just being Clarence. And that's perfectly fine with me. I could watch that all my life. Like, Craig of the Creek is good, but Clarence is honestly, I think, a little better. But Craig of the Creek is still a phenomenal show. I don't know why I'm comparing apples to oranges. Like, they're completely different shows. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why it come to this. I'm sweating so hard right now. But this is what happens when you're running from the cut. Oh, stop it! They're shooting at me. I don't know if I have good enough editing skills to make it look like they're shooting at me, but please believe me, in my mind, they are shooting at me. Oh my gosh. Oh my lord. I knew I should have went to cardio classes. All in all, Gen 4 also had classics. And in my opinion, they kind of had a big three of their own, which was definitely OKKO, Craig of the Creek, and Apple and Onion. That's my personal opinion. And now that I think about it, they're very similar. They're like I got a linear path. Like, the regular show of Gen 4 is Apple and Onion, obviously. The Adventure Time of Gen 4 is, now I think about it, it doesn't really make sense. So forget I said anything, please. Now, like I said before, people my age and above love to say that the Cartoon Network and all cartoons and just TV in general is just not as good as it was when they were growing up. And in this video, I really wanted to see if that was the case. I think the cops have stopped for now. I think I lost them. I jumped so many fences. That was edited out, by the way, because, it just wasn't important, and it just made me look too epic and cool, and I just didn't need that. This is about Cartoon Network. But on this video, I really wanted to see this new generation, Generation 5, and see if that generation is as bad as people say. If it really holds up the torch like the other generations have in the past, from their past classic shows.
Never ever seen it, never ever smelt it.
Creative.
We are the fungies. Prehistoric fungi in a
Wow.
mushroom
Incredible
sack.
storytelling. Wow, informational.
We are.
Wow, I didn't expect them to take that twist so soon.
Outside we look different, inside we're the same. Everyone's a fungi.
Man, it must have been a blast making this episode. Wow, that was actually pretty good. They're back, let's go! Now for the people who don't know what those shows were, but those shows were from the Generation 5 version, from 2020 and beyond, the Harvest Year. And those shows were the Fungies, Tick and Seek, and Elliot from Earth. Now to be honest, I have not actually watched these shows yet as of recording this. So, I was just looking at this green screen. I was looking at the open environment behind me, and I just was pretending like I was watching something. But by the time I edit this video, I'm gonna have watched these shows. So I'm gonna put my favorite show of the three right here, so that you can see it for yourself and maybe check it out. See if our opinions align. And by the way, about opinions aligning, One Piece is the greatest anime ever made. And that's just facts, and I'm sorry. And if you don't like the Bonnie, blah blah blah, you're fake. All in all, I think generations just take their generation way more seriously than any other generations. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the generation is actually as good as they say, or they think it is. It just... I need to stop running. Are they coming? No, we're good. It's nostalgia for them. It's just a nostalgia bump for them. They're just mad that they aren't kids. So if you see someone on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube talking about Gen Alpha, brain rot. We had brain rot when we were kids, first of all. This is not even about Cartoon Network. But we had brain rot when we were kids. Is it as bad as this one? I don't know. Brain rot's pretty bad now that I think about it. But Cartoon Network, when it comes to Cartoon Network shows, they're pretty much the same, bro. They're pretty much the same. They're a cartoon made for kids for them to enjoy. There's not much drastic changes, okay? I don't know what you're expecting. If you expect them to revamp every single thing that they've possibly ever done, like, no, sister, that's not how it works. I'm sorry. Fix your thinking. Just let the kids enjoy what they enjoy for real. Just let everyone enjoy what they enjoy for real. This is how we get freaking wars, people. Now, when all is said and done, I believe that Gen 3 will be known as the best generation of Cartoon Network. And I'll put that on everything. I'll put that on my mama, and I'll put that on my stacks and my back and my gang from the Baltimore East Coast. Rise up. And with that being said, leave a like on the video if you want to see more. Oh snap, the cops come! Leave a like on the video! Alright, and then I can freaking do more maybe if you really like this. But I gotta go, sorry, leave a like!